Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be providing a long-term market analysis update for Harmony One. I'm going to talk about some very key levels of support, such as this one coming in right around 1.7 cents. Harmony One has had the initial signs of a double bottom off this region, which is a pretty positive sign. I'm going to talk about the 20 and 21 weekly averages and how that's going to be our very strong resistance going forward into the next few weeks. I'll talk about some other levels as well as the Harmony One Bitcoin ratio and a very key level I'm watching for on this pair. So if you guys enjoy the content, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also, by the way, feel free to check out my Twitter page. I'll leave that in a link in the description below. I'll be pretty active over there as well. So first, I do want to start off by talking about these two weekly moving averages. Again, the 20 SMA and then the 21 EMA. Today, these span from 2.1 all the way up to around 3.3 cents. And I want to focus on how this has been our very strong resistance throughout this bear market. This is where the lower highs have formed off of. You can see these two rejections, one right here in February, and then another rejection right here in March. And ever since those two rejections, Harmony One has not had a retest of these two moving averages. But going in and scrolling into today, you can see we've gotten very close to that level over the last few weeks, and I will expect and anticipate an approaching retest of these moving averages here going into the next few weeks, and this is going to be a very important moment for Harmony One. So whatever reaction Harmony One does have off these moving averages will be very significant. So if, for example, Harmony One does start to break back above these moving averages and then ultimately reclaim them as support on a move something like this, where we would start to close back above them on the weekly and we would have these start to slope back upwards, this would be a very, very bullish sign, and this would be one of the signs I'm looking for as evidence that we would have a longer term low in place. And if we don't, if we have a rejection, similar to how we had that rejection back here in February and March, then I will be looking out to this support level ranging from 1.45 all the way up to 1.7 cents. That is the level that has acted as support so far in the last few months. Again, that first initial capitulation back here in June, as well as the last few weeks coming back down, holding above this level, bouncing off of this as support. So if, for example, we do get that rejection coming up into these moving averages and we do start to turn over, really look to see if Harmony One can hold support in this general zone, because this has been a very strong level for Harmony One going back over the last few years. You can see if I just zoom out here, this level right around 1.45 cents was this key high back here in the entire year of 2020. Big rejection right off of this level. Ultimately, when Harmony One did eventually break out above this level later on in February of 2021, it was a very significant breakout. Now, beyond these two weekly moving averages, another very key level of resistance I'm going to be watching out for is this zone I have marked out in red, ranging from 3 all the way up to around 3.4, 3.5 cents. Now, just going back into the last few years, you can see that this was the key level of resistance right here in February of 2021. After that breakout we had, this was the first turnaround point for Harmony One. We had that rejection, came back down, found support. And then you can see back here in May, we had that big correction back down, this wick coming all the way down to this region, and then a pretty significant bounce off of that. You can see just from the wick to the closing price, Harmony One did recover about 75% just off of this region of support. Eventually, we broke back below it, and then we had that retest of resistance on this lower high back here in August. So again, beyond the 20 and 21 weekly averages, I will also be looking at this zone as our resistance, and any move back above and reclaiming this will very likely signal a longer term low is in place. So now I want to talk about the Harmony One Bitcoin ratio, and I'm going to be covering this moving average right here in green. This is the 200-day simple moving average. So I want to focus on how this has been a very strong level of support going back in the bull market. You can see on several attempts, Harmony One on the Bitcoin ratio was able to hold this as support, bouncing off of this and then forming those higher lows. So then we had another retest right here in December of 2021, eventually falling back below it. And then ever since then, we really haven't had that retest. And the reason I'm talking about this is because it's getting very close to the current price action. It's downward sloping and it's moving down at a pretty quick pace. So if I were to just extend out its current trajectory, you can see that we could meet this moving average in just a few weeks at some much lower valuations. And this upcoming retest, I believe, is going to be very significant as well, because we really haven't had any interactions along this moving average since losing this all the way back here around 8 months ago in February. So just given how strong of a support this was back here in the bull market, I can only expect this will be strong resistance if we do get that retest coming up here in the next few weeks. So definitely watch out to this level. Currently, this is coming in right around 128 Satoshis, but as I said earlier, it is moving down at a very quick pace, and if we were to extend this out, say towards December, it could be all the way down around 94 Satoshis where we are today. So watch out for those levels in the next few months. I hope you guys did enjoy the content and the analysis. By the way, make sure to check out our sponsors in the link in the description below. This channel is partnered with the cryptocurrency exchange FTX.us. If you sign up with my referral link in the description below or with my referral code SNOWINCRYPTO, you can get a 5% discount on exchange fees. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.